It's DIY time! Alright, so here's what you'll need. Stencils, paint colors of your choice. I'm using purple, off-white, and white. Pencils, of course. A sponge to sponge that paint on your canvases, and of course, canvas or canvases of your choice. Alright, so first up, pick your stencil. They're all super cute, but I really love houndstooth. Alright, get everything set up, get your canvas ready, the first one you want to use, and start marking your canvas using the triangle markers on the bottom of the pattern to get it perfect. And use a pencil just in case you mess up. Clearly, I've messed up a few times. Hello. Alright, so now it's time to mix your paint colors. So I'm going to do this one lavender. So I'm taking my purple paint and my white paint, and I just put them in like separate little holders so I can mix them together properly. So I take a little bit of the white, mix it in with the purple, and I just keep mixing until I get the color exactly how I want it. Mix, 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 mix. And so get your sponge ready. Sometimes if it gets too dry, you can dampen it just a teeny bit. So place your stencil where your markers are. Just to make sure it's like all in line. You don't want it to be all crooked. So take your sponge, dip it a little bit of the paint, and you can dip it on the other like empty little thing just to make sure you get all the excess paint off so it doesn't get all over the place. And start sponging. Alright, make sure they're all in there nice and good. Everything's filled in. You can take it off and see that's perfect. So then you move it over to the next marker, just next door, and it's going to cover up that little section for a bit, but it'll be fine. Alright, and repeat the process. Fill in your paint. Alright, last one. Lift off, and almost done here. So take your pencil and erase the pencil marks where you are marking your stencil. And then I had a little bit of a paint mix up, so just take a little bit of white paint and fill those in just to get rid of them, and you can't even tell that they're there anymore. Alright, so you let it dry, and now it's time to add the nails to the top of the canvas. So I just took a handful of nails out, and what I like to do is put the nails at the tip of each little section over here. Just to make sure they're all even, I just do all of these at the very tip of that houndstooth first, and then I'll go back and do the middle one. Alright, so you go back and put the nail right in between the middle of every other nail that you've already put in. And they don't have to be perfect. It actually looks really cool and like a vintagey if it's like not super perfect. I just eye it. You don't need to measure it. If you really want to measure it, you definitely can. Alright, all done. Alright, so now that we're done with the purple one, I went and I already stenciled in this minty green canvas with the birds on it. And this one's going to be kind of like a bracelet holder, holds watches, you can put earrings on and everything. So take out a couple nails, you're only going to need 2 on each side. So get those 2 out, then you can get rid of your nails already. Put them to the side. And what you're going to do is, I always go by where the design is, but you can measure on both sides too, and you only need 2. So I'm put one right there where those double birds are, and then I'm going to put another one where you see that single bird. Right in the middle of the little bird and the line right below it. You just want to make sure that when you do the other side that they are the same distance on each side. So I just flip it over, and I've marked mine on either side just to make sure they are perfect, because you don't want the string to be crooked when it goes across. Alright, go ahead and nail those in. Alright, all done with that. So what I do is I'm using like a thicker twine, so I'm measuring just like a few inches longer on each side of the canvas, and then just double that because we're going to go through it twice just to make it extra sturdy. Alright, you can just repeat that process, measure that same amount of twine. Alright, so you take your first piece, and what I like to do is go around that first nail twice, just to make sure it's super sturdy. Go around that first nail twice just to get it in place so it doesn't move. Alright, and then pull your twine across the canvas really tight. So on the other side, you'll wrap it around again, and then you'll be able to tie it off. I'm going to just tie like a cute little bow on the side, and I'll put the other piece of twine with the bow on that side as well to make it even. Alright, there's your finished bow. Alright, now you're going to repeat that same process. Alright, all done with that one too. Click here to see how to hang and fill your canvases.